Shamitabh. Shamitabh.
What a star, जहाँ कहीं जानी जाना what a star, what a star.
Shamitabh.
And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you the star of many, many South films and of course the hit film Ranjana. Please welcome Dhanush onto the stage. Nicely done, everybody. Thank you. And a young lady who is making her debut into Hindi cinema comes from a bloodline of amazing, amazing film royalty. Please put your hands together for Akshara. And of course, a man who needs no introduction, a man that we've all grown up watching. Many of us have loved his films for the last 40 years. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Amitabh Bachchan. Fabulous. Well, firstly, thank you so much for being here, guys. It's a real honor and a pleasure to be sitting here on stage with you. And I know Mr. Bachchan flew in last night. You guys got in this morning, so it's a hectic schedule and an amazing whirlwind kind of press conference and coverage for the release of this amazing film, Shamitabh, that we're always looking forward to. So firstly, congratulations to all three of you. Mr. Bachchan, I'd like to start with you. As we can tell from the first look of the film, Shamitabh, and the trailer that's been released, we don't really know too much about it. It seems to be shrouded in secrecy, and with secrecy comes speculation. So could you put us to rest and tell us a little bit about the film and what the film is about?
A lot of people have actually been intrigued by the title, and they just feel that because Dhanush and my name is kind of incorporated in the title, therefore it's been done for some kind of sensation. That is quite untrue. Shamitabh comes out of the script of the film, and when you see the film, of course, then you will understand why it's there. It's actually a story of two individuals who have different qualities, and there's a journalist that observes this, and that's being played by Akshara. She actually observes these two separate qualities, which individually they possess, but jointly they don't. And she wonders if both of them were to come together, the work or the profession that both of them are in. She does that, they both come together after some persuasion and they move forward. And in the end, what happens in most of these cases is that ego comes in between the two individuals. That really is the story. The other thing that can be said so far is that I'm going to be giving my voice to Dhanush as a character in the film, and why that voice is given, in what manner it is given, that I'm afraid we can't disclose right now, but we hope that when you see the film you will appreciate that.
Now, obviously, I mean, you've done many, many films over the years, some 25, 30 films in the South. This is your second Hindi film. I mean, how was it as an experience to work on, firstly on Shamitabh, and of course with Mr. Bachchan, and working with Balki sir as well?
It was a great opportunity for me to learn from the best. Amit ji, R Balki, PC Sriram sir, and Ilayaraja sir, such big legends of Indian cinema, and I found it as a great opportunity to work with them, to learn from them, and working with Balki he's a taskmaster. I mean, he knows what he wants. He he's mastered his art well, and he exactly knows what he wants, and he takes the best out of his actors. And I'm very thankful to him for giving me this character, for giving me this script, for giving me Shamitabh. And working with Amitji is an amazing experience. It's like a dream come true. I mean, every actor's dream is to work with him, to learn from him, and to see him perform live in front of your eyes. It was really, amazing. And his dedication is, I mean, to have him here and say all these words. But I really have to. He's simply amazing. I learned a lot from him. I wish I could follow what I learned, and I wish there were more number of days with him to learn more from him. But it was amazing experience working with him.
Sha sha sha, me me me. Sha sha sha, sha sha sha, me ta ta ta. What a star! Ja ja ja, jahan kahi jani jana. What a star!
And your first experience of being on a film set in front of the camera in such a big film with such a stalwart cast. I mean, how was that feeling?
In the beginning, I was uncertain. I was really scared because it's my first film, and I didn't know how I would perform. And Balki sir actually helped me prep before the film. And when I got on set, both Mr. Bachchan and Dhanush made me feel so comfortable and at such ease.
Mr. Bachchan, is it true that Balki sir gifted you this film for your 70th birthday? This was a story I read.
Yeah. Actually, during the process of these promotional activities, I'm also coming to know of this. I hadn't known about this before. But he keeps saying that he's on his way to my house, and he was stuck in a traffic jam. And he felt that he should be giving me a gift, so he thought of this story, and that's how it all happened. But really, Balki has a very intellectual, very sensitive mind. He thinks differently. He's always made stories that have not been the regular escapist fare that you see in Hindi cinema. Whether it was Chini Kam, whether it was Spa, and now Shamitabh, they've always been an element of something that is different, not seen before.
Akshara, as a kind of debut actress in a film on this scale, I mean, obviously you come from an amazing family of talented actors with years of experience as well. Did you seek any advice from dad or mum, or even Shruti, your sister? I mean, was there something that you had to go to them and say, how do I do this?
Actually, I had Balki sir to go and ask because, and yes, I did ask my parents, but largely I asked Balki sir because I feel he's a teacher and he guided me a lot. And certain things which I felt needed to ask my parents, I did ask them, and they did give me advice, which actually helped me. And they told me, okay, there are many ways of looking at it, and there are many ways of doing it. This is how it is, so you can choose whichever way you want to do it.
Fabulous. Dhanush, for someone that's so experienced, how was it to have somebody else's voice be your performance, as it were? Or be part of your performance, at least?
First, it was very different, and we were actually, it was tough also to perform. Because the film was first dubbed by sir, and then I had to perform for the voice.
Right.
And then I can't take prompting. If somebody prompts me, I stop in between. I can't perform. I have to know my lines and say. But to have constant prompting, and then it was beginning. It was for first 1 week, 10 days. It was a little weird for me to. And his voice is so majestic, and we've seen him. We've grown up watching his film, learning from him, and to hear his voice and not perform like him, that's even a bigger task, automatically.
It's really tough sitting here and hearing all this.
So I have to say what I have to say.
Did you find that you had to change your physicality in order to deliver the lines in Mr. Bachchan's voice? Or
The challenge was to be myself, you know. I mean, to just like how I would really do it. But then it was really generous of him. He actually redubbed a few things according to how I performed.
You know, this is an aspect of this film which I also perhaps did for the first time. We recorded the entire script. I recorded the entire script inside a dubbing theatre, all by myself and with Balki, telling me how his vision was about how the screenplay would go. And then we filmed it and played back what was recorded. So actors performed according to the recording. And then I went and redubbed the entire film again, because his facial expressions are going to be different to my voice, and that's really what I want to say about him, which is something that he said very briefly, is that what he has done is he has remained himself as an actor and as a character in the film, but performed according to somebody else's voice. I think that's really tough. It would be easy for me to replicate my own voice or lip sync my own voice. It's much like some of the songs that we do in our films. You know, we lip sync our songs. They're sung by eminent artists like Lata Mangeshkar and Kishore Kumar and Mohammed Rafi. But when they're singing the song, they have an expression of rendering it as a singer. But when we get the song, it's in a different situation. It could be a romantic situation, it could be a happy situation, and we perform all kinds of different movements and facial movements to match the singing that has been done. So that's the difference that comes in when he has to match my voice. And therefore I had to read up the whole thing, trying to match his expressions to my voice all over again.
Actually, did you ever have a go of trying to lip sync towards Mr. Bachchan's voice at all? Just for some outtakes, for some fun? I mean, it must be an amazing challenge. I mean, many actors do animation films to either animated characters first or, like you say, dub the film first. But this is a live action thing, so to be able to match up to somebody else's voice and to go through a process of having to dub the film first, then go back and then see Dhanush's performance and then go back and dub it to some of his physicalities. I mean, that's a long process. I mean, how long has this film been in production of the actual shoot?
Surprisingly not so long. When did we start actually? I think about 6 months, within 6 months we reached release date. So from the first day of shoot to the 6th of February, yeah, about 6 months.
Wow, fabulous. Now, Mr. Bachchan, we've seen you have kind of dynamic partnerships with many directors or writers and actors before. Javed Salim Javed, Manmohan Desai, Yash Chopra ji, so on and so forth. Do you think the Balki Bachchan thing, this being the third film, and I'm sure it'll be equally as successful, if not more, is that something that is going to be an ongoing partnership?
Well, I would hope so. This is more for Balki to decide whether he wants to continue working. But yes, Balki, as I said, is an unusual mind. He always comes up with something that's so unique, so fresh, so different, and very challenging for every actor. We all look for moments when we can have a challenge, when we can do something different. And Balki provides that difference to us. So yes, I do look forward to working.
And the Balki Bachchan dynamic duo, is that kind of a Rajkumar Hirani Amir Khan giving them a run for their money?
Well, maybe not so large as Rajkumar Hirani and Amir Khan, but on a lesser scale, yes.